Hi, my name is Jason Meier from Conestoga, Ontario. We had a family renovation done by Triforce starting in September of 2022. So the reason for the renovation, COVID kicked in. We spent a lot of time obviously confined in our four walls and realized that the kids were outgrowing their 10 by 10 rooms. So we contacted Triforce. They came in, sat down with us, listened to our needs, came up with great plans and great options. The garage renovation was the focal point of the entire process, simply because it was an attic. We thought we could repurpose it in the future, but there was a lot of engineering and a lot of planning that had to go into that. And Triforce pretty much held our hand right through it. And I think my son is over the moon having his little man cave above the garage, but it is definitely a focal point of our entire renovation. The renovation to the basement was twofold. Number one, we had a 1980s basement, so it needed a renovation regardless. And secondly, we were going to be moving one of my children to the basement. The reason for the reno was mainly to separate the two children from one side of the house to the other, so they have their own living spaces, and then obviously mom and dad get their own area, which is very key and very important. But that was probably the main reason for the basement, because it was in need of some love and reconfiguration, let's say. I would say the Triforce renovation was by far the smoothest, the most transparent with their Cone Construct app. Having the transparency and the ability to see what goes on a day-to-day basis with photos and updates and emails is imperative. And we had half the family actually living away for the entire renovation, so they could see what was going on a daily basis, because it's one thing for me to explain what's going on, but they can see firsthand. The big breath was when it was completed. They left, I walked through the house and just took a massive breath of fresh air, because when we had that whole thought in our minds of creating that living space for the children and then having that separate space for mom and dad as well, it was all on paper. It was all just a pipe dream at that time, and they completely made it a reality. So when I walked through the house before my family moved back, it was nice to walk through and see everything done to pretty much our exact expectations.